TWaB time. Big Pog. I'll zoom in too, so that way y'all can read it if you need to. This week at Bungie, November 5th, 2020. This week at Bungie, we're beginning our descent to Europa. Every release, we have a long conversation about what we should show players leading up to launch and what we should leave for players to discover. We want to build up the sense of wonder as a new season of expansion makes its approach without spoiling everything that's coming with it just week before launch. We've almost reached our destination. I think this came out on Monday, this launch trailer.
The light
Let me
and
pause.
dark ready themselves for a new phase.
Oh yeah, no, this is the Paint of Black
So
video, which
must
it's
we.
short. I love watching it.
The day we
Chat,
dreaded
don't
has
spoil the
finally
TWaB for me.
arrived.
Come on, let me read it.
The darkness is here. We are deploying Guardians to all corners of the system to find answers.
DMCA copyright strike.
My friends, we are all in great danger.
The Vanguard only recognizes the light. Someone has to do the same for the dark. Stasis is just a tool. We must use it for good.
This
By the way, did you know how Eris changed her rock from green to like stasis dark blue? It looks so cool.
One by one, we will rise again.
I want to paint it stasis.
In darkness, there is only one truth. Death.
I wonder what activity that is. I've seen it a couple times now. The one that has like the floating, like if you've got the divinity, you remember those little things you had to hit and then connect stuff to? It looks kind of like that.
The darkness is mine.
Those diamonds. But I've seen them a few times. It could be a strike for an Empire hunt, yeah. Maybe you gotta like tether to do damage to the boss or something. Yay, tethers that always work. Lamau! Alright, anyways. Our Beyond Light launch trailer went live last week. A VODOK exploring Beyond Light in the Season of the Hunt is available for your viewing pleasure. We've released our Season of the Hunt calendar to help you plan out your days for the next few months. We've been over this before, but if you haven't seen it, there it is. Comes out next week. The artifact unlocks. Empire hunts begin. The new strike is there. Story. Trials that weekend. Add-up weapons come back. The week after, the new season's story begins with Crow. Raid is on 11/21. First Iron Banner is December 8th. And then the week after that, going into January, is going to be the Dawning. And more! All that's left is a quick preview of patch notes and a maintenance timeline. After that, we leave the rest to you. It's all in the patch. Over the last few weeks, our goals have been to set expectations. We've covered the SD Content Vault, upcoming sandbox changes, Gambit tuning, and more. These updates aren't mind-blowing or overly game-changing, but there's nice little morsels to chew on for the final days leading up to the launch. Any case, we hope you like the following quality of life appetizers before your meal is delivered November 10th. If it's Cheddar Bay biscuits, yeah. Archives. Ooh, that reminds me of like the D1 kiosk, which beginning November 10th, 2 new kiosks will be available in the tower. First up, the quest archive will be found on Next to Postmaster. Our hope is that this removes some of the confusion when trying to track down the odd quest they previously discarded. Additionally, this will be the place for any veteran players to pick up the new light quest on November 10th. If they have a strong desire to experience new player tutorials and the reintroduction of the Cosmo Droid. I'll be doing that just because I want to see what the new player experience is like. Next up, the Monument to Lost Lights exotic archive will be found by the vaults. Here, players may acquire various exotics and legendary pinnacle pursuit weapons that were once available through now retired quests. As many of these exotics were tied to lengthy quests or difficult objectives, we wanted to make sure their prices reflected those previous efforts. Players will need an amount of glimmer, destination materials, masterwork materials, and an exotic cipher or ascendant shard in order to purchase the exotic or legendary which they desire. We're also introducing a currency spoils of conquest, which can only be acquired when completing raids. This currency will be required for exotics previously tied to vaulted raids. Fan-fucking-tastic. Great. If you miss something, that's a great solution. I don't want to say my fears for it, because in general, I think people having access to more items that they can play with is not a bad thing. And all this content is gone. I just hope that they don't trivialize rewards by extending this to more things. I would like it to stay for vaulted content. If it's just vaulted content, always, fucking awesome. But I don't think you should like, I want the current raid exotic, and then you spend a cipher and blah, blah, blah. So, we'll see, but no complaints. I think that system's great. In the past, exotic ciphers were very limited in nature. While you can expect one to be available as part of the season pass, Xur will also offer a quest to earn one exotic cipher on a weekly cadence. I mean, cool. Damn. So that means like once a week if you're a newer player. Dude, if you're a new player, you have a lot of stuff that you want to like work towards, man. Even if you're like a returning player, let's say you never got your anarchy, dude. Like, getting your exotic cipher, you do the new raid. Like, I don't know how many spoils of conquest you need, but then you just get your anarchy. Fucking great. It doesn't say anything about catalysts. I don't know how that's gonna work, so that's a good question though. Maybe that's a separate purchase. Don't know. Now let's move on to some traditional patch notes. Crucible, Osiris Del Trials. Trust with Osiris power level requirement increased to 1210. Added adept weapons and weapon mods to flawless chest rewards. Additional info in here. Link TWaB. You forgot to do that. Maps. Added physics block with some out of bounds areas on Altar Flame, Axis Blue, and Cauldron. Player identity. Login screens now have a dark background. Yes! Ah! All right. Got it out. Updated the full screen menus to have a dark background style. Player waypoints now display season rank HUD waypoints. Added toggle functionality to the character screen, allowing the player to make choice between light and dark subclasses. Character screen visuals updated depending on player choice between light and dark. Character creation, change selection from male and female to masculine and feminine. Guardian head and hair models have been replaced with improved versions. Several color swatches have been changed to better represent the applied color. Players' previous head selections are still used. I forget, did they say if they were going to give us the option to remake our characters? I forget. That sounds like a thing that happened in my brain, but I don't remember. Non-beyond light? Okay, I'm just making it up then. Sometime in the future. Got it. Fixed a bug vetted online friends from showing up in the roster on Stadia for players with more than 100 friends. God, there's an easy joke to make there. It's so easy. It's right there. There's a joke between the word Stadia and 100 friends. Fixed a bug that occasionally prevented players from earning progress on bounties when joining an activity in progress. This most notably impacted Iron Banner bounties and could cause players to have their artifact power bonus enabled during Iron Banner matches. Yeah, that kind of happened a lot. A few sandbox changes that we missed in our sandbox preview. Traveler's Chosen reduced muzzle flash intensity. Thank you. I actually like that a lot. Point of the Stag increased Point of the Stag's max power level to 1310 because it's technically a pinnacle, so it should have, I guess, been sunset, but I guess they don't want... They're probably not adding a new arc bow, and this is their way of dealing with that. Divinity. Fixed bug that prevented some weapons from dealing precision damage to the Divinity cage. Wait. Oh, prevented. Okay, sorry. I was reading it saying that fixed a bug that allowed weapons to deal precision damage to the Divinity Cage. And my brain for a moment was just like, isn't that the Divinity? I thought that's how the gun worked. Dodge. Increased Hunter's dodge cooldown by a few seconds. It is now, oh, it's up by 4. Damn. No offense. It feels necessary. But it does suck. I'm really curious what max, what tier, like maxed out mobility looks like for Hunter dodge. Because is it a flat 4 seconds or is it like a percentage thing? To where if you're like mobility 10, it's like 1 second, which is still a long time prospectively, but. Anti-champion mods. Anti-barrier rounds now penetrate tank and phalanx shields. All anti-champion mods have been shifted to armor rather than taking a weapon mod slot. Big Pog! Orbs of light have been changed to orbs of power as they can now be consumed by light and dark subclasses. Good choice. That was a conversation that was going on for quite some time now where people were saying that, well, if you're on a dark subclass, you make orbs of darkness, and if you're on a light subclass, you make orbs of light. So now it's just orbs of power, meaning that that puts to rest the idea that if you have mixed subclasses of light and dark, that they can't feed each other. They still can. Before we end our patch note preview, we do want to call the collectors among you who have been talking about the impending removal of the expired ramen coupon for your inventories. You know this is one that stinks a bit. It's a byproduct of us cleaning up inventory systems and doing general maintenance. We want to provide a parting gift before the coupons are tossed into the bin. These coupons can't be redeemed for spicy ramen, but they can decorate your desktop for as long as you desire. And it is a 4K ramen coupon desktop. Better than nothing. Can I help you? And there we have it. Full patch notes released on Tuesday around launch time. Stay tuned. November. With a new expansion coming next week, we also have a fresh update coming to the Bungie store. Entering the holiday season, so it's a pretty good time to start gift shopping for your favorite Guardians out there in the world. Starting November 9th, upgrade your arsenal of collectibles and gifts at Bungie store with new exclusive products. Drifter, shoes. I might get that sweater. Ooh. Vinyl, huh? Some folks are going to fucking love that. Then 2 masks. Can I help you? That's what I thought. Starting November 9th, upgrade your arsenal of collectibles. Oh, yeah. So OST now on vinyl. Cosmic Alignment available November 9th through the 4th. If you, I'm assuming if you buy online, Between Stars, same thing there. Shared Harmony available November 9th. Purchase of BT2 Beyond Light. Follow Buddy Store on Twitter for more deals and discounts. Maintenance and preloads. This will be applicable to a lot of us here. Could you stop touching my face? Next Monday, November 9th, Destiny will go offline for an extended maintenance period. Want to give everyone ample time to download Destiny Update 3.0. Our teams are prepping for the launch day assault on our servers. Destiny player support has the full timeline for maintenance, downloads, and more. Read up, spread the word, and get ready for Beyond Light. So the first update after that. Well, actually, no, I lied. 3.0.0.1, I guess it's just their first 3.0 deployment. Background maintenance starts at 3:30 p.m. Pacific on Monday. 4 p.m. Pacific. In preparation for downtime, players will be removed from activities. 6:50 p.m. D2 disabled sign-on. 7 p.m. Brought offline. Broman Raiders, what up? I have a cat. He's jumping. 9 a.m. Pacific, D2 update becomes available across all platforms. Log back in, and then noon, maintenance expected to conclude. It doesn't say here about when you download, but I'm assuming it's going to be, yeah, okay, it's down there. He came back up.
Welcome to the dinosaur.
You have the claws, bud. Put you on the ground. Beyond my preload. Preload time is November 8th after 8 p.m. Pacific. Users can start pre-downloading update 3.0.0.1 by navigating Destiny, pressing options, check for updates. In an effort to decrease server load, some PlayStation Plus users may able to pre-download update starting November 7th after 8 p.m. if they have the auto update download enabled for the PS4. Please note, players should not delete their current version of D2 on their PlayStation console to speed up their pre-download process. Xbox. Shortly after D2 is taken offline at 7 p.m. on that Monday on the 9th. There you go. PC preload. Shortly after D2 is taken offline for expected maintenance at 7 p.m. Pacific on November 9th, should automatically be put in the Steam download queue once it is available to preload. For more information on managing Steam downloads and updates, please click here. Storage requirements. I want to mention, I love the fact that they're doing their best to make sure PlayStation gets the update first, strictly because of how PlayStation navigates their effing update process, because it's not great. All right, disk space. Below the updated storage requirements will be on light. I believe that, chat, this includes the entire game. So if your game is whatever it is now, add or subtract the difference between these two. So on PC, wait, what? But interesting. Yeah, like, so it's gonna be, that's why, because it has to keep the game and then preloads it. God, that's so shitty. PlayStation, why you gotta be that way? Anyways, storage space. But once again, so what the reason why, it's the same reason why PlayStation has it. That includes the basic, like, that includes your current version of Destiny. So essentially you're gonna download 70 gigs, upping the entire file size to 186, and then it's gonna deprecate down to probably down to 70 gigs, I would assume. If it doesn't, well, Lamau. Content Vault and the end of Season of Arrivals. With the start of Year 4 and your addiction of the Destiny Content Vault on November 10th, certain items will be deprecated from player inventories that correspond with vaulted destinations, activities, and campaigns. Players should review our help articles on items being deprecated at the start of Year 4 and items being removed at the end of Season of Arrivals. For more information on items, quests, and currencies that will be removed from player inventories at the start of Year 4. Some items listed can be used or turned in for rewards for Glimmer, weapons, and armor. We do that before November 10th. So same thing there. Goes away as soon as the servers go down. Shadow Reckoner, Blacksmith, Wayfarer, Chronicler, Undying, Savior, Almighty Forerunner, and MMXX. All titles I thankfully have. With the release of Beyond Light November 10th, certain Bungie rewards are going to be available. Same thing there. Check out the rewards page to find out what. Mountaintop stuff. So much Crucible. Next week, we'll have our new companion section for our movie of the week. We felt it important to give the same spotlight to the artists of our community as we've been giving to those who create fun videos. Throw your hat in the ring, submit your content to the community creations portal on BungieNet. If you also post your content in social media, tag it with Destiny Movie of the Week, or I guess Moment of the Week, or Destiny Art. We'll snag a few winners each week, grant them some fancy new emblems. What does that statue part mean in English? What do you mean the statue part mean in English? What statue part? The State Vendero. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry that I feel very dumb. I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. The statue vendor. Oh, you mean this? You're gonna be able to get old you're going to be able to get vaulted pinnacles and exotics from that vendor. That's what it is. What's the puzzle? The puzzle's not done yet, homie. Boo! Been here a few times. What was once months became weeks. Weeks have become more days. 5 more sleeps stand between you and beyond light. Well, that's if you can even sleep the night before launch. I know I probably won't. Many of you have been on this journey with us from the start. In the last year, numerous Guardians have begun their journey through new light. No matter how long you've been a Guardian, we can't thank you enough for playing. Stay hydrated, be healthy, treat yourself. We're almost there. See you star side, DMG. Bam.